First and foremost, if nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. If I told you as of yet, I am proud of you. You understand? You're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do. Also, I do want to give you that brief disclaimer. I only want you to take what resonates and leave the rest behind, all right? I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't get your confirmation through me, you're going to get it through other people. 222 is just in the room. Now, we're going to bring it back, chosen ones. First and foremost, I want to let you know this, all right? I want you to be very cautious of the individuals that you are allowing to instruct you, direct you, assist you, pour into you, as well as individuals that you allow to have access to you, not just energetically, not just physically, we talking mentally too. You understand me? I want you to realize, chosen ones, that right now is a point in time where you can only align with your true divine soul crew, all right? So these are the individuals that went through what you went through in order to get to you. You understand me? These are individuals that have a similar story as you, but again was able to successfully get through those obstacles. These are the individuals that you don't have to tell them anything about you. They're naturally going to do those things already. They're going to, you don't have to tell them what you want them to be. They're already going to be being it. You understand me? Now, with that being said, again, you have to be cautious because I understand that at this time period, you're wanting to make sure that you align with your purpose, align with God. You're wanting to, again, make sure that you're not allowing certain dark entities to come inside. But I want you to realize that there's certain people with positions and titles that you have to be cautious of too. You understand me? Certain practitioners as far as tarot card readers, as far as pastors, preachers, prophets, prophetess, so on and so forth. You had to know who they connected with before you allow them to have contact with you. So if you ever go to an individual that, again, you feel called or drawn to, I want you to take caution of who you feel is calling you in. You understand me? Because, again, so many people, you trust certain people just because they have a certain title. There's certain preachers that we didn't see that was preying on other people's children. We didn't see certain tarot card readers that, again, was giving you certain visions or certain information, but they was doing that so that you can continue to come back to them, so that you will be complacent. See, a lot of these individuals try to mislead you. So, again, you're going to have to be cautious of who you allow to lead you. If that information doesn't come naturally out, now this, I'm going to let you know something, chosen ones. Whoever's for you will naturally already be playing those positions towards you. They will already know certain things about you. God is going to provide them certain insight that the devil doesn't have. See, I want you to realize that there's certain individuals that are energetically in lack and they trying to call you in so that they can call themselves helping you, but really they trying to get you to help them out of certain karma and consequences that they currently going through. There's certain individuals right now that when you go to them, I don't want you to provide them any type of information about you or what you've been through or what you're going through. You understand me? If they came from God, they automatically are going to know these things for you. God would have led them towards you. They're going to say certain things that you've been asking to hear, not certain information that you done told them. You understand me? So again, when you go to whoever you go to, whether it's a pastor, a preacher, a prophetess, a prophet, a tarot card reader, whatever you call them, you shouldn't give them certain information. And I'm going to give you an example. There's certain partners that you used to want to pursue, or again, they wanted to pursue you. You told them exactly what it is that you wanted from your partner. I want them to give me flowers. I want them to be fly. I want them to be loving. I want them to be this. You want them to be that. All of a sudden, a few months in, they started to change and you no longer started to see that. See, they wasn't naturally being that. They only did that in order to get you. And once they got you, they felt like those things that they no longer had to do. See, that's when you start saying so-and-so changed. They ain't changed. They've always remained the same. They just are no longer showing you who they told you they was. You got to use your intuition. So with this being said, chosen ones, when you talk to God, when you talking to God, whether or not that's Allah, Jah, so on and so forth, again, it's the same source, but it's a different name based upon the location that you came from. You don't provide them any type of information. You understand me? You make sure that, again, you keep your mouth closed. The only thing that you should present to them is if you are in front of them. Or, again, I can speak for myself. Certain individuals who come to me for a reading, all I ask for is a picture of you. Because a picture is going to have you, in a sense, presented before me. So just like I would see you in person, that picture is going to play that same position. That information that is going to be given is going to be the same. You understand me? You make sure that you don't provide them any information. You make them prove to you why they should be having access to you. You understand me? You don't tell them your birthday. You don't tell them your sign. You don't tell them what you're going through. You don't tell them anything, because them presenting that to you is your sign, is your confirmation. So if they not telling you this without you telling them something, then that ain't from God. You need to get away from them. You understand me? So again, when they asking you for your birthdays, your birth charts, your signs, all of this stuff, they not certain people that you need to be connected with. You understand me? And I mean that. Because the devil comes in various forms. They try to come dressed as everything that you asked for. But if you pay attention close enough, there's certain key words that they are not going to provide to you. There's certain things that they're not going to say towards you. Again, they're going to wait for you to say everything to them so they can repeat what you said and keep you connected to them. You better know better. You understand me? So again, be cautious of the people that you are allowing to lead you in. Now, let's talk. True chosen ones, true individuals that, again, are connected to God. God put a piece of him within you. That's your intuition. That's your discernment. That's a personal page that God put in you to connect to you, to give you confirmations in real time about certain individuals. So for you to give them all of that information and insight that God gave you, you giving information to individuals who truly want you to lose, what do you think is going to happen? You giving them all of this information so now they can try to keep you trapped and lacking. These individuals, a lot of these people, again, they don't practice what they preach, and the God that they calling on is not the same God as you. And I ain't talking about, oh, well, they call him Allah, they call him Jah, so on and so. We not talking about that. Because when you describe that individual that they naming, it's the same person. So just like you may call so-and-so Ray, but other people may know them as Raymond. Other people may know them as Ray Ray. But when you start to describe that person, you realize that each of y'all are talking about the same thing. See, I want you to realize that there's certain individuals that you are going to allow to lead you, but you providing them with certain information about you so that they can tell your ops, in a sense, to try to defeat you. You better keep quiet. Your true divine partner is going to be your partner, and you're going to know this. Because before you even say anything that you've been through or that you go through or certain aspects about you, they going to know these things because they done naturally been through the same thing that you went through and had to battle those demons in order to get to you. You better know who you talking to, chosen ones. Your partner, you're not going to have to tell them that you want flowers. This is somebody who's naturally going to do that. You're not going to have to tell this person to sit there and provide you certain love, like in abundance. That's naturally going to be them. See, anybody that you're supposed to be connected to is going to be sharing the same vibration as you. And these are informations that you don't have to tell about what you went through, because, again, they went through those things too in order to get close to you. You understand me? You don't have to tell them anything. But I want you to think back to certain people that you told information to. And they try to use that insight that they learned to try to counteract and take you down. Certain individuals that you were friends with, again, they try to befriend you to betray you. Certain people that you told certain things that you went through, and you thought that you were sitting there tapping into a softer side of you, not realizing that God wants you to be vulnerable, but not vulnerable to those type of people. See, chosen one, think about how many times you was in relationships and you pour all into that individual. You gave them so much love. You gave them so much light. You put them up. You understand all of these things. And then all of a sudden, you started to see these individuals start to change. And after you disconnected from these individuals, a part of you said that you no longer was going to give anybody else access to you based upon what that person put you through. See, the devil wants you to try to not use your feelings because the devil can't feel it. I want you to realize that any individuals that, again, when you talk to them, you not feeling it, they not for you. Because these devils, these demons, they sold their soul. So therefore, certain things they don't have access to. They don't know what your future is. These individuals don't know what God got for you. They don't know what's headed towards you unless you tell them certain moves that you're trying to make so that they can make their ways towards. See, chosen ones, be cautious. You hear me? I'm trying to tell you. You're going to start to see a lot of people breaking character. A lot of people that you talk to that they could tell you the bare minimum in a sense. So they know that, okay, let's say this. Say you go to your, again, whoever it is, a preacher, pastor, tarot card reader, prophetess, all of these things, right? When you go to them, don't give them any type of information. Don't sit there and tell them anything about you, because a lot of these individuals are going to try to use what information you tell them to try to keep you complacent, to keep you stuck in these situations. So therefore, you feel the need to keep coming back to them to get some type of confirmation. They are not your people, chosen ones. A chosen one is truly going to give you the tools to find you so that you can go off and help other individuals. They're not going to try to bind themselves to you. They're not going to keep you try to be dependent on them. They know that if they help you find yourself, you can help somebody else find them. See, chosen ones, you got to be cautious. You hear me? Don't you be allowing these leaders, these false-ass prophets to lead you, because you get karma and consequences too, because God told you intuitively that these ain't your people. God told you, if you got to question it in a sense. Now, I'm not talking about you being cautious, because that's what God wants you to do. But if you feel like these individuals ain't right and that they pulling some type of information from you, if you feel like these individuals have some type of negative entity connected to them, I want you to make sure that you're not allowing yourself to be around them. You understand me? You got to know, you got to be able to identify who's your people and who's out here false advertising in a sense. Because these people, again, they are strategic with certain things that they say. So if you talk to them, they're going to say the most bare minimum things. They're going to tell you, oh, somebody's trying you. Somebody's testing you. A true chosen one's going to be able to tell you, yeah, it's your mother, it's your father, it's your sister, it's your cousin, without you even having to tell them. Because again, God is going to have certain chosen ones serve as a translator in a sense. So I want you to think back to this news article, right? In Florida, see, in Florida, we had this news breaking, right? Where this person was acting like they was somebody who was signing. You understand? So they act like they was out here doing certain sign language to say whatever that situation was that these people was facing. So this woman, it was a melanated feminine. She was on the news throwing up all these fingers, twisting their things up. She looked like she was throwing up gang signs in a sense. Whole time individuals realized that what she was translated didn't make sense, that she was just out here throwing up random shit. See, these individuals are like her, chosen ones. Because again, a true chosen one is the translator of God. So God's going to provide certain information within. A true chosen one, when you see them signing that language, you're going to understand exactly what it is that they saying. Whereas these other false leaders, false readers, they out here looking like shorty. She done threw up Crips, she done threw up blood, she done threw up everything except for that information that she was supposed to be providing them. See, you got to make sure that you are connected to the individual that God is having translate his message to you. You understand me? You can't be out here just allowing anybody to tell you that what they telling you is from the divine when they don't even know the divine themselves. You can't allow anybody to lead you if God is not leading them. And if you understand, make sure that you go within. Make sure that you allowing the correct people to speak on behalf of God, so you don't tell them Nathan. You don't tell them nothing. You make sure that, again, that person that you connected with, they tell you something. You don't tell them nothing about you except for, again, I can speak for myself. Individuals who come to get a personal prophetic reading from me, I ask them for nothing except for a picture of you, just like I will be looking at you in person, and I'm going to be able to respond and relay certain messages to you. I tell you, I don't want you to tell me about what you went through. Let me tell you that. I don't want you to tell me who's attacking you. I want to tell you that. So that's how you get your confirmation. Because again, you can tell everybody, somebody, everything about you. Then because they slick with their words, they can turn it around about you. And then all of a sudden, you feeling like they really told you something and they ain't tell you Nathan. You understand me? Make sure, chosen ones, don't allow anybody to sit there and get information from you that they can give to other individuals. You have to know you to know who's supposed to be around you. You have to know you in order for you to know what God's trying to tell you. You can't allow anybody to have access to you because the devil comes dressed up in various forms. You understand me? The devil will come disguised as everything that you said that you want. So you out here being all vocal with what it is that you looking for. Oh, I want my person to dress like this. The devil went and copped that outfit. Oh, I want my person to talk like this. Now they saying everything that you said. But if you was to ask them questions, they couldn't elaborate shit. See, that's how you know, chosen ones. See, these other individuals, they going to give you the bare minimum. These other individuals, they going to give you a watered down, diluted message. These other individuals going to be out here trying to fish for certain information. You got to know who's for you based upon what they say to you, because you going to know it's God speaking through these individuals. You better know that, chosen ones. You understand me? I'm trying to tell you, don't allow these people to mislead you. Don't allow these people to try to connect themselves to you, because a lot of these false prophets are starting to get certain karma and consequences come through too. See, God don't play about his chosen ones. These individuals out here giving a bad reputation to God, and that's something that God do not play. See, God is not going to have you mislead any of his people and have them go of race. See, God's not going to have you representing him for the false reasons behind it. See, a lot of these individuals try to keep you bound to them so that you keep coming back to them, so that you no longer trust your intuition, so therefore they can continue to make money off of you instead of giving you power to find yourself so that you can go out and help other individuals see, chosen ones. You better make sure that, again, no matter the intentions behind it, you could have good intentions. I'm going to this individual to get some assistance from them. I'm going to this individual to get closer to God. No matter if you got good intentions behind it, you got to trust your intuition inside. You can't allow, again, your insecurities or projections from these people allow you to allow these false individuals in, because a lot of them have karma and consequences that's coming. You understand me? You have to realize, God, the answers to you have been inside you the whole time. But God will have you cross paths with another chosen one too, so that you can get your confirmation through these individuals and know that this message was specifically for you. So when you sit there and seek some type of clarity, you make sure that you call on God first. God, I want you to present, this is what I need information for, God. I need you to confirm this for me, God. Or, God, I need it in this form, so on and so forth. You ask God for a sign, he going to provide that to you based upon what that information that other person provides you. You don't tell them what you looking for. They going to look at you and say, oh, so-and-so told me to expect you as you arrive to their door. See, God knows that there's certain false people out here that's currently about to get exposed. So what they're going to try to do is have you follow them in a sense, or allow them to lead you to certain dark entities that's trying to have power over you, because they feel like if they can get you to give up your soul too, that they can buy theirs back. When really their soul is gone, they already going to stay in lack, and they try. I want you to realize that some of these practitioners, now I got to say this, right? And I may be mispronouncing this, but there's a lot of individuals that go to certain orishas, so on and so forth. They have you doing certain sacrifices in a sense. They tell you to put this plate out or put this out, and they talking about how that's honoring certain ancestors, but those ancestors that they have you honoring is not your people. See, a lot of you sit there, and because you don't know who you are, And because people then sat there and persuaded you that you aren't who you thought that you were, you may start to try to pick up on certain things that they doing, not even realizing that you don't have the same ancestors as him and her. So they got you sitting there giving up certain offerings. Who are you offering this to? See, God's not going to ask you for nothing but time and your attention. So be cautious of who you out here listening to. You understand me? You better know that. They have you, oh, your ancestors. Listen, I don't care if you got the same color as them. You may not, they not connected to your lineages. They, again, are connected to some other shit. So they got you out here putting up offerings to their people, not realizing it was you who they offering. You better know that. You understand me? You better know that. God don't want you. God's not going to have you give up certain. He wants the sacrifice that you make is, are you willing to walk away from those people who aren't truly for you? Are you willing to sacrifice all those insecurities that you had? Are you willing to sacrifice all of those individuals who had you in lack? Are you willing to let go of them in order to get closer to divine? Again, the offerings that God wants you are things that you already have inside. That's your attention and your time. Those are the things he wants you to offer. If they have you doing all of this, calling on to these names and that names, and your ass needs to get away because they about to try to sacrifice you. Again, you got to realize that not everybody who looks like you are your people. You got to see through on a soul level, chosen ones. You understand me? You better know that. You cannot sit there and be out here going to all these entities, and these people are not you. They are your true ancestors' enemies. So they try to get you to go against the divine in a sense so that they can have power and have your light to shine. We not doing that. You understand me? So again, you better be cautious of the people that you allowing to have you connected to. Just because you trying to get closer to God, you got to realize that God is within you. So you ain't got to go to anybody else in order to get that. But if you truly need a confirmation, he going to have a chosen one cross paths with you, and you going to get that. You don't have to go and call on who they calling on. That money spells, having them pray over your womb. See, you don't even realize what they trying to instill in you. You got this person talking about they can pray over your stomach. God, then what do you think that you are allowing to come through? If God is not blessing you with that child and you have these negative people praying over you, that means that they getting you to bring through a darker entity. They trying to, again, harvest your energy. You got to be cautious of people that you even putting likes on their page, because some of them are trying to conjure your energy in a sense. So, chosen ones, be very cautious. You understand me? You be cautious. You be cautious of the individuals' pages that you liking, the individuals that you speaking life into them. I always say, if you unsure, you tell them that you hope that they get the life that they deserve. You understand me? You better know better, chosen ones. You don't sit there and, again, you out here speaking all this power into them. You up there giving them all of this information about you, and they allowing certain dark entities to try to overpower you. You better know, you chosen ones. You understand me? You better know that. Do not. These individuals ain't right. If they out here telling you to call on everything else but yourself, if they out here talking about that you are God and not a God, then you get your ass from around them too. Because again, only chosen individuals are a God and a goddess. You understand me? You not the God, you a God, because he put a piece of him inside. So these individuals who try to mislead you and tell you to, again, they try to use God's words for they dark. You better know that. You hear me? You better know that. Ain't no money spells. If God told you that you ready for that money, he gonna bring it in. Half the time, he don't allow you to get certain profit based upon the people that you connected with. So therefore, sometimes patience and you just disconnecting from these evil individuals that's trying to keep you complacent, you would start to see that profit come through. Sometimes your profit gets stalled based upon the fact that you're not in your purpose doing the things that God asked you to. Sometimes, again, your stability seems like it's a shamble based upon the people that you building that foundation with. See, I want you to realize that nobody outside of you and God can help you get what God told you is for you. You understand me? So again, they telling, oh, I can help you conceive. Who do they have you bringing through? If they ain't telling you to call on God and get disconnect from those people that you try to sit there and produce with, because they going to have you not produce nothing that you can eat but some rotten fruit, I'm trying to tell you, you get away from them and you see how God moves on behalf of you. You understand me, chosen ones? You better know who you connected to, because not everybody who looks like you is your people. Shit, you could be melanated in your true divine crew could be Caucasian, could be Asian, so on and so forth. You understand me? You got to see through on a soul level. Again, you don't tell individuals what you want, what you expecting. If they for you, they going to know exactly what it is that you're expecting. They're going to know because God then sent them to align with you, told them what to tell you in order to get you through that next stage and phase that he has for you. You better know. You understand me? Now, with that being said, chosen ones, you have to, again, use your intuition. Use your discernment. Even if you got to be patient and wait a little bit, God wants you to observe and see certain people are going to break character. Certain people are going to see, oh, nah, this takes too much work to try to get them to work with me. So therefore, what they going to do is go find their next victim in a sense. Whereas you identify their true quality. So at that point, you call judgment on them. See, by you just calling judgment, by saying, I call judgment on anyone with ill intentions for me. I call judgment on anybody that's trying to send black magic towards me. I call judgment on anybody who's trying to befriend me, to betray me. Just by you calling judgment, it's not you judging them. It's you calling judgment and bringing that to God's attention. It's for you to show God that you knew exactly what they was planning to do. All of this is for training purposes on the expense of you. Chosen one, I'm trying to tell you. God wants you to show him, oh, you know so-and-so what they was doing? Oh, you see the signs and synchronicities that I was showing? God wants you to see that, call judgment on that individual. And at that point in time, he's going to be the judge. He's going to come through, have certain ancestors that you have or certain people that those people targeted to. They're going to be the jurors in a sense, and God's going to hold them accountable. You better know better, chosen ones. All you do is call judgment. You don't match their energy, because if you match their energy, you're going to match that karma and consequences too. You don't sit there and wish badness on these individuals, but you got to be cautious of who you wishing well to too. You just say, I wish you the life that you deserve. Because if they out there sending out love and light, then love and light is what they going to get. But if they out here doing devious shit, then that so-so shit they about to get hit with. I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones. You better know. You hear me? With that being said, I ain't going to be on here long. I got one more message that I need to share. Right now, you did the things God asked you to. God told you to move, you moved, no matter what you knew you was moving into. God told you to change the location, and you did. God told you to no longer work at that job and create yourself a new career. God told you to pursue your purpose, and just know I want you to realize that, chosen ones. Right now, you made certain moves. God wants you to stay where you're at right now in a sense. Now, let me bring that back. God told you to move, you moved. So you may have changed the locations that you was at. You may have changed the spot as far as the job that you was at, the house that you was at. You disconnected from these individuals that was praying that you would stay in lack. You made those moves. Now that you made those moves, you may have been waiting now like, okay, God, where's all this abundance that you said was going to come through? God said, be patient. See, he had to rearrange a few things, because he asked you before to make certain changes and you chose not to do it. See, God asked you to make certain moves, and at that time you chose not to do what he had asked you to. So God had to see that you was willing to take that risk. Now that you moved locations, now that you done jumped on his ship, now God's like, okay, I need you to just coast and enjoy the ride a little bit. Get familiar with your new location. Sit there and get in touch with certain things. I'm trying to tell you, you are waiting currently for certain things to get presented to you now that you made those moves that God asked you to. And I want you to realize that those things are on those way to you. He just had to make sure that you was far enough for those individuals that was trying to target you. He had to make sure that you truly made your mind up. Because once you make your mind up, you already made it to where he wanted you to go to. He wanted to make sure that you were going to stay silent on all of what he asked you to do before he has this abundance come through to you. Because if he was to give you that abundance right now, where you are still unsure, undecided, your choices is still up in the air, that means that it's a possibility that if he had that abundance come through while you still somewhat connected to these lacking ass individuals, that they was going to take from you. So God said, be patient. You went where I asked you to go, relax. You walked away from them, relax. I just want to make sure that you're going to stay solid this time. I just want to make sure that you truly have made up your mind. And when you say, God, listen, what you tell me to move, I'm going to move just like that. God, I promise you that since I made this move, I'm no longer going back. God wants to see that you're going to stay solid and truly put your roots where he told you to plant them at. I'm trying to tell you, you're going to see everything come through for you. You hear me? Relax. Because you have to know you. That's why I said, once you know you, chosen ones, you're going to know what message is for you too. Because you could watch tarot card readers and they saying your sign is this and this sign is that. And you could feel, okay, because they saying your sign was the sign that was going to be in lack. So now you allowing that to be projected on you. When really, if you had paid attention, you would have been able to pick up that that energy was not of you. That was the individuals that you used to be connected to, that they stuck stagnant, losing, while God has certain abundance and connections come through for you. You got to know you in order to know what message is for you, chosen ones. You understand me? I'm trying to tell you. You out here allowing, again, you know damn well you listened to God, you went within. You wasn't out here doing devious things to individuals. You wasn't stealing. You wasn't doing magic. You wasn't lying. You wasn't trying to stop other individuals. You kept aligning with what God asked you to. So what makes you think when these people say, oh, your birth sign or this, that that they talking about you? God's like, I need you to know you in order to know what information is not for you. Because if you start to listen what other individuals are telling you and they not telling you what I told them to, then you are going to allow those people to project certain things on you that's going to have you lose. You know that you did what you supposed to do, chosen ones. Now you wondering like, God, you told me to move and now money seemed to decline. God's like, nah, I just want to see that you're going to pay attention and know your worth inside. Because again, just like those seas in a sense, when you see those tsunamis and that water goes back, see, when you started to see certain things retract, you thought that you had again made the same mistake that you made previously. See, we're going to talk, chosen ones. I want you to realize that there was a time that you was connected to certain individuals that truly weren't divine. You was connected to certain individuals that, again, was trying to hide your certain light. They ain't want you to shine. Certain people that try to have power over you, try to keep insecurities within you because they knew that if you truly knew you, you would make certain moves that they couldn't go to. So when you started to see at that time blessings getting taken away from you, happiness started getting taken away from you based upon the people that you was connected with, you seen that again. We back. Look, we back. We got it. Nobody going to nothing stop us. But I want you to realize, all right, chosen ones, I'm going to upload this live on my YouTube, so it may take a break right now, but I promise you, I'm telling you, it's all going to come together, all right? Now, I'm going to bring that back, right? There's certain people that you was connected to, certain past experiences that you went through. Because you was connected to these individuals, you started seeing certain things stop. You started to see certain things drop. You started to feel like, again, those waves of abundance was never going to come in. See, just like a tsunami in a sense, you seen all of that water, all that abundance, all those blessings start to get retracted. See, at that time, you may have felt like you was in a situation or position to be lacking. Whole time, God was trying to tell you to get to higher ground, chosen ones. You understand me? So there's certain individuals that you previously were in certain situations where you started to see abundance go away, happiness started to go astray, you started to feel like you was considered into some unfavorable things. So at that time period, you seen that wave of abundance started to retract, but that was God telling you that you was at where you didn't need to be at. That was God telling you to get to higher ground, to go within you. You understand me? And as soon as you did that and you walked away from those toxic individuals, you started to see certain waves come through towards you. See, right now, you made those moves that God asked you to do. You went to higher ground. So therefore, again, now you just waiting, enjoying the scenes as you see that water come back now. Everything that you are supposed to get, you about to receive, chosen ones. But you had to be on higher ground and truly be able to be safe from these individuals that was trying to tear you down. So at that time period, you may have thought that you was unfavored. During this time period, you made those moves that you were supposed to do. And you may feel like, okay, I don't see all of that wave of abundance rushing through to me. Why do you think that? Because just like those waves on a tsunami, they go all the way back. They slowly but surely come in. But when they come in, you're going to feel that wrath. So therefore, I want you to realize that right now, God had you get to higher ground because he's about to wipe out those individuals that was trying to tear you down. And he's going to have you from a safe location that you can oversee exactly those individuals as they start to realize that they should have never played with you, that they should have never tried the things that they was going to do because they didn't realize who they was doing it to. See, they may have seen your shell, but not realize that God's within. So everything that they was doing to you, they was attempting to do to him. So therefore, God had you get to higher ground now. That's that safer location. That's you moving out to a new house. That's you moving to a new job. That's you moving away from people that was trying to rob, steal, and kill. Now you get to safely wait from a safe location as these people then met their fate. Now you're going to have all of those things flow into you. Be patient. You doing the things that I asked you to, but you got to make sure that you're not allowing people to project this energy on you to make you feel like you going through what they going through too, when you know damn well you wasn't doing the same thing as those individuals. You understand me? You better know that, chosen ones. God told you when you seen the signs and synchronicities, when you seen the change of the wind, when you seen certain abundance start to retract, you knew that you need to move to a new location. So that's what you did. Now these people are currently facing what they intended for you. Because when you try to warn them that that's something that they shouldn't have did, they laughed at you. When you told them that they didn't need to make those moves to try to stop you, they continue to target you. They continue to try to lie on you. They continue to pay practitioners to play in the energy of you. So therefore, God's about to show them that they wasn't doing it to you. They was attempting it to do to him. And you know God don't play like that. You understand me? So just know that. Yes, love, I am. All my live replays are on YouTube. The link's in my bio, all right? But just know that, chosen one. So right now, the message that you need to know is first and foremost, be cautious of who you allow to lead you, because you don't know where they leading you to. They go into karma, corruption, chaos, and consequences, and that's something that you don't need to have on you. You understand me? So be cautious of who you're allowing to lead you, as well as be patient. You got to the location that God asked you to go to. Now he wants you to relax. It's the calm before the storm in a sense. But the storm that's coming in is not the same storm that these individuals that tried you are going to be expecting. See, the storms that come through for you is going to rip up all these weeds that try to overgrow your fruit. See, these storms that's coming from you, all this rain that's coming is going to be watering your fruit. You understand me? But that storm that comes from them, it's going to whip certain things around. It's going to expose certain things as it tears it down. That rain that they getting is going to flood certain things out. So what they thought was hidden is now going to be shown. See, chosen ones, you got to know that you are not like these individuals. What they going through is not the same thing as you, so therefore don't allow them to project that energy on you. You are exactly where God asked you to be. You got to higher ground, so now you can see things differently. And with that, God's going to put you in that position, far away from these people that was plotting on you, far away from these people that was trying to stop you, far away from these people that was trying to sacrifice you. You had to roll out on his ark in a sense. You understand me? So now that you done rolled out on his ark, now you on that ark with other individuals that are like you too. You going to be connected to your true divine crew. These are the people that had to beat those demons. They didn't become them. These are the people that again went within, found themselves, found God. Now they align. And I'm trying to tell you, you're going to realize that some of these people that you was connected to was the ops the whole time. You had to get to higher ground. Now, these people you used to be connected to going to be hollering and screaming and shouting to you. But you turned the cheek like they did to God in a sense. Because you know that they would have been saved had they listened and not continue to do the things that they did. So, chosen ones, right now, you listen to God. You got to higher ground. That means you went within. You healed from the things that you went through. You got closer to God. You know who you are. You survived certain things that you went through. I want you to realize that right now you may have seen certain things pause for a moment. They pausing because you about to get all of these things that come in. So God wants you to have solid ground. Have your feet placed in that ground. You understand me? I'm trying to tell you. God wants to see, okay, you said that you was going to move away from these people. Let me see. Okay, you moved. Now, I want to see that you're going to stay there and that you're not going to go back to those individuals so that you don't lose. You like, cool, God, what I need to do? He like, all right, let me see you set that foundation. Now you done planted exactly where he told you to put your seeds in. Now you done watered them with your belief. Now you believing. You watered them with your faith. You watered them with knowing that God showed you what he's going to do for you, and God is not going to lie to you. God showed you that if you sat there and did what he asked you to, that abundance was going to come through. So he wants you to sit there and speak that life into you and know that he's about to produce your fruit that's going to have your lineages after lineages after lineages eating based upon you making that move. I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones, you going to see. You heard me? You about to see. These individuals that was messing with you are currently going through some unexpected things. See, you got to higher ground. You equipped yourself on solid ground. You truly equipped yourself with that faith, with that happiness, with that love, with that positivity. You sat there and had the proper tools. So therefore, again, no matter what you go through, you know you're going to make it through. Unlike these individuals that sent that to you, they should have prepared for that. See, they didn't prepare themselves. They ain't listen when God gave them that storm warning in a sense. See, I want you to think about certain individuals. See, in Florida, we got hurricanes, right? So we know that somebody gives us, so the weatherman gives us something that we have expected that could be that information that he gives us and make that move. So that weatherman tells you certain storms gonna come through. The winds is expected like this, and this is what the winds could do. Certain electric could go out, so therefore there's nobody that can get to you. Certain things was said, right? When you heard that, you like, cool. Some people's like, nah, this is a storm that I done made it through before I can get through. But other people was like, nah, I see that this storm is set up a little differently. God told me to go. That's what I'm going to do. You started moving differently. See, there's certain people that been through certain storms and trials and tribulations, and now they cool and now they complacent. Now they staying in those relationships and connections because they made it through other toxic people just like those toxic individuals. So they feel like if they did it before, they can do it again, not realizing that this wrath and this storm that's coming in is something that they never expected, that it's going to provide an end. See, I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones. You listen to the weatherman, which is God, when he told you that a storm was coming. He told you to make sure that you pack your light, that light that you have inside, so that if that electric went out, that you still could see some light. See, God told you to pack this and pack that. See, God told you that certain locations that you needed to go to, and you listen. See, these other individuals didn't. They stayed there. You told them, listen, a storm's coming close. It's about near. They didn't listen to you. They told you ain't know what you was talking about. Why is that? Because they listened to other individuals who didn't know what they was talking about. See, they listened to these false-ass prophets, prophetess, false-ass partners, false-ass friends that persuaded them to make certain moves. And when they did, they moved into some so-so shit. So they had people who weren't leaders leading them. So now that you are truly a leader, they didn't believe it. So now that you gave them certain warnings, they didn't listen because at that time they couldn't see it. See, you told them what was coming. They didn't listen because at that time they still seen a little glimpse of sunlight. Certain people were still outside playing in a sense. That's them going with those practitioners. That's them going to certain karmics. That's them doing certain devious dark shit and feeling like no consequences was coming in because they ain't see it. But we listen when God told us, chosen ones, like, nah, that storm's coming. You felt that change in that wind. See, before you seen the scenery change, you knew that you needed to get moving. See, now that you there, you starting to look back and see those individuals are losing. See, now there's certain people that they seen the change of the wind. Now they like, it's starting to rain a little bit. Now they see that that storm that you told them is now they about to get hit, but they didn't listen. They waited too long. So now they not going to be saved in a sense. Now they going to feel all those repercussions because they ain't listened to what God told them to do. They ain't listened when God told them to move. They told you that you was lying when you was telling the truth. See, you ain't have to wait for certain... I'm trying to tell you, you ain't have to wait for that storm to come to believe that it was coming. You ain't have to wait to hear that thunder or see that lightning to know that storm was arriving. You knew because God ain't never lied to you. You knew because God showed that to you. So therefore you moved. And now these individuals are wishing that they had moved too. And a lot of them are going to call out to you to try to get you to help them or come back to save them. But if you was to try to save them, you would be sacrificing you as well as the individuals that chose to listen to you when you made that original move. So it's not worth it, chosen ones. You understand me? They got that same storm warning that you got. They chose not to listen based upon who they was around. They chose not to listen and allow those karmics to tear them down. Now they're going to try to come back to you or get you to spin the block to grab them up when no, it's too late. You understand me? They sealed their fate. So I want you to realize that right now you made the move. It's the calm before the storm. But the storm that comes for you is not the same storm that these individuals are currently going through. The storm that comes to you is going to water your fruit. The storm that comes for you is all this abundance, blessings, and love that's going to be overflowing you. You understand me? So just know that. Be patient. You made the move that God asked you to, and you know that. Don't let these people project that on you. You call your energy back from these individuals. I call all my energy back. You heard me? I call all my energy back. I have all my energy back. I know who I am. I embrace who I am. I am aligned with my purpose. I'm aligned in my path. I co-create with the Creator. I call judgment on anyone projecting their energy on me. I call judgment on anyone sending ill intentions towards me and my soul family. I call judgment on anyone sending black magic to me or my soul family. Call judgment. But call your energy back, and anytime you feel certain things, know that that's not where you're supposed to be at. Anytime you feel sadness, know that's not what you're supposed to be seeing. You understand me? So you call your energy back because these people are starting to trying to project their energy on you to make you share their karma and consequences that they currently going through. No, they didn't make those moves. That's on them. You understand me? You make sure you call all your energy back and call judgment on them. Because by you calling judgment, it's not you judging them. It's calling a judge, which is God, to judge them. It's calling God to sit there and acknowledge, okay, you see who was targeting you, you seen what they did towards you, you see what they intended for you, and you and know that that's something that you didn't earn and deserve. Okay, cool. You call judgment. God's going to be that judge that judges them. God's going to sit there and make sure that they are held accountable with certain karma and consequences that they try to put you in. You understand me? You call judgment. You don't judge, I call judgment. That's it. You knowing better and doing better, you seeing better, you being better. I'm trying to tell you, don't let these people project on you. They're going to make you feel and make you doubt yourself for making the moves that you made that God told you to. No. Don't listen to them. You listen to God. God told you to move, you better move. God told you to disconnect from these individuals, you better disconnect from these individuals. And I got to say this too, chosen ones. There's certain partners that you are about to be aligned with that are your true divine soulmates. And certain people that you truly used to be connected to are going to feel a certain type of way because they may be familiar with these individuals. Or they may know that once you connect with these individuals that they no longer have an option to enter your energy again. So I want you to make sure that when God's telling you who you're supposed to be with, that you listening. Because it's going to make certain people uncomfortable. There's going to make certain karmics triggered. It's going to make certain people that you thought was your true soul tribe or soulmates, it's going to have them triggered. And they're going to try to react to you or do certain things to you quicker. But I got to let you know, you got to higher ground. So you're going to be able to notice what they're doing as you looking down. Because I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones, karmic consequences is coming through. So don't allow these people to project that energy on you. Don't allow these people to make you sit there and doubt these moves that God tells you to. Don't sit there and allow these people to make you feel guilty for being connected to who God connects you to. Because again, you got to know and you got to show God that you're going to listen to him, that you're not going to put other people just because they got a certain title over him. I don't care if it's your mother, your brother, your sister, your cousin, your lover, your pastor, your preacher, whatever the case may be. None of them have a title over God. You understand me? So make sure that you listening to God, that again, you are connecting with the people that you're supposed to be connected with. Because how you know that your ex didn't introduce you to the person that you truly supposed to be with? You better know that, chosen ones. You got to know. God has a way to test chosen ones to the point in a sense, because so again, let's talk. When I say you may feel bad, because again, some of your true lovers, true soul tribe may have been connected with a past person that you was connected with. But God wants to see, are you going to listen to him when he tells you to disconnect from them to be with and be who he told you to be? You understand me? So I want you to realize that, again, some of you may be connected to your true soul tribe based upon a past person that both of you may knew. And you may say, nah, God don't want me to do that. But how you know if that's what God's leading you to? If God is telling you that this is your person and God is telling you this what you're supposed to do, I want you to listen. You're going to get tested because other people are not going to agree with you being with this individual. Again, so-and-so may say, oh, well, I know of this person, or I was friends with this person, so on and so forth. If God had both of you walk away from that toxic ass individual, sometimes God will lead you to who you're supposed to be with, away from the person that you were with, and at times they may be connected. Again, you got to use your discernment. God's going to let you know. You understand me? God wants to see, oh, so-and-so knows so-and-so. Okay, well, so-and-so, you know that's the place that you wasn't supposed to be. But every time you was around so-and-so, you felt that in your soul. So therefore, now you know who you supposed to be with. You understand me? You better know that, chosen ones. And they going to feel, certain people going to say some things. I'm trying to tell you, they going to call you all types of names but God. They going to call you all types of names but God's child. It's okay. It's okay. You doing what God told you to do. Don't listen to them. God wants you to see, do you know who you are? Do you know what I asked you to do? If I asked you to do that, why you listening to those individuals? Don't listen. You understand me? Know that, chosen ones. A lot of you already know who you're supposed to be connected to. You just are trying to put it off based upon the fact that other individuals may feel a certain type of way about you being connected to them. Listen to God. He wants to see. You going to listen to him or listen to those individuals? Are you going to practice what you preach? I'm trying to tell you. People are going to talk reckless, but who cares when you blessed? You hear me? If you know who you are, if God told you who you are, how you going to listen to the devil tell you who you can't be? Who you going to listen to, the devil or God? You're going to have to choose your side. God tell you this your person, listen to him. God tell you to disconnect from that person, listen to him. If God tells you who you are, listen to him. Because nobody can tell you who you ain't. You understand me? They can't even see the same things. They don't got the same vision as you. They don't got the same insight as you. That's why they going to come around you trying to fish certain information from you. There's certain people that used to cheat on you, beat on you, cheat on you with certain people that you knew. Now all of a sudden God aligned you with somebody that they know of. Now they feeling so sick. Now they about to throw up. Now they trying to tell you that's some foul shit for you to do. But if you think about what they put you through, then how come they ain't feel the same way when they did those devious things to you? But you not doing these things that you doing to get back at them. You doing these things because this is God telling you this is your blessing. See, chosen ones. There's certain people that's going to feel a certain type of way. How could you do that to me? Why would you move that type of way? And you ain't doing nothing but doing what God asked you to. They going to take it personal for you being with the people that God's led you to. You better listen to God. They going to be sick. They going to be mad. They going to try to persuade you that you everything but divine. But again, when you listening to what God's telling you to do, why you going to listen to some so-so individuals who don't even know their truth? You better know that. You hear me? You better know that. Don't sit there and think now that you listening to God and no longer listening to them that you got to feel bad about what they going through, because they ain't feel bad about what they put you through when they knew that they shouldn't have been doing those things to you. They was giving those warning signs too. They chose not to. How they mad that you stepped in your divine position and somebody that they may have known is playing that position and walked away from them. See, I'm trying to tell you, chosen one, some of you know who your true divine partner is, but you don't know that it's that person yet. You may know of them, you may be familiar with them, but you may have known them based upon who you used to be connected with. Now you're going to see. God wants to see. You going to listen to them or you going to listen to God? Which one? You better listen to God every time. Don't sit there and feel bad about who you left when you living right. You understand me? God got you. So many great things in line for you. But listen, I appreciate all y'all's love, likes, shares, and y'all subscribes, all y'all's gifts, and for y'all jumping back on no matter how much TikTok try to knock us off, all right? Also, please remember, I do got virtual classes. So I got my show in Greensboro, North Carolina coming up May 7th. Tickets is still available. If it's not showing, then it is sold out. It'll let you know when it's sold out, all right? Also, virtual classes. First come, first serve. You understand? Because it is in June, we got classes for how to disconnect from past cycles. That's the introduction to self-love. It's going to provide you insight on how to know what's being projected on you, disconnect from these toxic individuals. We got a class for closing out karmic cycles that's available too. All of these are virtual classes. It's going to be a classroom setting on here with you, all right? So just know that for right now, they $25 for the hour class, all right? First come, first serve, because you know I don't like doing big groups, because I want to be able to speak to you as well as answer any questions that you may have, all right? So just know that the courses are the links in my bio. You got to click on the link for the specific date that you want, all right? $25 currently. First come, first serve. It's not a lot of openings. But again, I do that intentionally because I want a one-on-one type of session. It's going to be a classroom virtually, so no matter where you at, you'll be able to attend, all right? No matter if you got your children around you or not, you can mute your mic and we'll be good, all right? Great things. Now, for the courses, again, if you click the link in my bio, for the virtual classes, it'll actually take you to the payment page, all right? It'll allow you to go ahead and purchase your course. And the link that you get provided will not be active until the day of that actual event, all right? So I have it for Sundays in June. It's starting June 4th. Then I believe June, the dates is in my link. I'm sorry. I got to look because we got several pages. But just know, I'm sorry, several events. But just know the link's in my bio. Also, please remember, I'll never reach out to you for reading. You got to be ready to receive it. The link's in my bio, all right? I love you so, so much. I'm going to upload this live a little later on YouTube. I'm going to make sure I edit it that the videos come together since we got disconnected. Again, please remember, I only got one YouTube, one TikTok, and one Instagram, all right? I love you so, so much. I look forward to our courses, our classes, our coaching sessions, all of that. I love you so, so much. Y'all continue to be great. If you need me, baby, you know how to reach me, all right? Y'all be great.